I'm about to help you get your next high-paying client or your first high-paying client through this strategy I'm going to be sharing with you in this video. However, it only requires you to dedicate just 10 minutes of your time watching this tutorial video.
And this is not a marketing gimmick. This very strategy works like fire. I mean, this is literally the tools the high-paying freelancers are using right now to get clients. And you also could actually get clients in the next 30 days or less if you do it exactly the way we're going to be talking about it in this practical video. And first off, there's something you need to know. The game of freelancing has changed. The game of client acquisition has also completely changed. And if you do not tap in, if you do not learn this strategy, you're going to be on the sideline wondering what is happening to you, or wondering if the skill or the training you have gotten does not work. No, sometimes it's usually not about the training, it's about how you're positioning. And that is why I want to take you on this journey. And guess what? This is not a theory. We're not talking theory. We're jumping right straight into the system. You're going to be seeing how this thing works in real life. Okay? So, if you're new here, my name is Cynthia Rotumba, and I'm a remote work strategist. What I simply do is helping remote workers, African remote workers, become remote ready and hireable through proven strategies that has gotten me clients consistently. So you want to stay here, please subscribe to my channel. So let's get into the practical section of this very lesson.
So the platform we're going to be using is called Built With. So once you let's check through the browser. All right, so I already have it opened up. So we're going to type builtwith.com. Of course, this is exactly what you're going to type into your browser to get the actual website, because there are a lot of built. There's a Built With Studio, Built With Me, Built With, there are actually like a lot of it. But this is the correct URL or the correct website address. So you click on this very one and we'll click enter. So it's going to land you exactly. You're going to land inside of their interface. So this is their website, and this website houses a lot of brands, like in their millions or in their thousands, right? So when you come here, there are two things you can do realistically. You can type in a keyword or go straight to type a particular brand that you already have in mind. Okay, so I want us to use the keyword method, not because we can't type a particular brand in mind, is because a lot of freelancers may not already know brands that they want to pitch with. I mean, like when it comes to cold pitching, it requires research. So it means that you may not even know that the brands that exist. It's just like when I say, okay, go to LinkedIn and type founders or type startup founders or something. You're going to see founders with business names that you've never seen before. So how I usually do this, because I come here often, and that is how I get my clients, the clients that I pitch with, is first I am going to click on this very empty place that says enter a website address or a technology name or a product name or a keyword, and you look up. So you're going to see a number of the keywords or people that have that thing listed out. So you can also use this very method here. So we're going to type something like maybe Shopify Premium, Shopify Premium, exactly. So you say you click on lookup so that it can fetch us the data. You need to do capture. So you said select both images that matches the dog. So you're going to, you see it has opened up now. This is search results for Shopify Premium. So these are list of brands. These are list of brands that have Shopify Premium installed, and you can literally take your time to go through all of them one after the other. So there's this one called Geo Trucks. Now when it comes to Shopify, you're going to have big brands, okay, brands that are already very integrated. So that is not the goal. You can shoot your shots, I mean, but then I usually go for smaller brands that I know that they would definitely have openings. So you can't be going for brands like Google, especially if your experience is not solid, right? Here, when you type that particular keyword and the build rate brings you all of those things, it's not something you do haphazardly or something you try to rush through. You take your time. See, cold pitching works. You're going to make a lot of money from cold pitch. And I say this without stuttering because I literally have made more money from cold pitching than I've made from job boards. So when I come over to this place, I'm going to take my time. Now I'm not going after big brands. I'm looking for brands that would actually, pay attention, listen to me and I'll actually have opening, right? That have an actual solution that can solve at the moment. So we have Geo Trust and we have used SEO Premium. So we have this web interpret for Shopify and stuff like that. So we're going to click on this one. So we'll click on it, and yeah, so you can literally take your time to go through it and see many other things, right? So now whenever I talk about knowing how to do competition analysis, right, it's a bragging right. I've actually literally been in the research industry or research need to know that I know how to navigate. If I really want to get results, if I want to get something, I know exactly what to do to get that result. Now remember that the brand we typed, now Built with, that's actually like the beautiful thing about Built with, and literally why I like using it. It brought us competitors and similar technologies. Imagine I'm pitching to Geotrucks, and I'm like, oh, I actually know your competitors, and I look them up, and this is what they're also doing, and they have like how many competitors. Fine, we have done all that part that we want to do. So the mini search or the mini research they're going to be doing about this is when you copy this very brand and you go to your browser and you click right enter. All right, do you see? Let's confirm. As you can see, this is exactly what we saw here. This and what is actually here is still the same thing, guys. This works, and I'm not kidding you, and I'm not kidding, like I kid you not. Okay, so I'm going to go straight into this very website. So this is where the other research is going to be happening. So I'm going to take my time, or you're going to take your time to actually go through this website. Okay, website, and you go through it and you see the things they're offering. Now, if you're into lead generation, customer support, if you're into social media management, like appointment setting, this is going to work. In fact, you should use Built with a lot of the time. You should use it every single day to get your ID clients. All right, so I'm going to scroll down all the way. No, I don't want cookies. Actually, do not like. Okay, yeah, there's no option to reject it. So I'm literally just going to go down again and take my time to check. Okay, fine. They are on Twitter and they have a YouTube. So obviously they do not have like a LinkedIn listed here. So we can only see Twitter. So imagine I click on this. Yes, because whenever I get, this is them apparently. This is Joe Trust. This is Joe Trust. This is how you get a list of your clients, you compile them, then you're going to build a Google spreadsheet. You're going to be good. So in our next video, I'm going to be like doing a detailed tutorial on how you can build like a detailed spreadsheet where you track your ideal clients. So you can see, this is it. So I'm already on X, but I do not have like my X logged in on this particular browser, on this particular Gmail account, Google account. I will just get into the platform, follow them, comment, and begin pitching. Okay, another thing you can also do is, because they do not have their LinkedIn listed, you know what, let's go and look for a brand that have their LinkedIn listed. Okay, so we're back. We want to try another keyword so that we can get a brand that have more socials listed, maybe like their email too. That is why I said cold pitching works, but it takes patience. So, and cold pitching will not work for you if you're desperate, if you don't have money, if you're hungry right now and you're looking for your client, if you look for the next client in the next 24 hours. You could be lucky and it would work, but when you lock in and make it like a long-term goal for you, it will work and you will not be frustrated by the results. I mean, like, you even be motivated and you treat every single thing you do, you get as data. Yes, no data, yes, data. All right, remember the keyword we typed was Shopify Premium. That is what was still used. We've not even explored many other keywords. So I'm going to like literally just go through all of those things. If they are listing bigger brands, and this is another thing I like to do, if they are listing bigger brands, of course, I do not want to pitch to big brands. I could take my time to go through each of those individual brands. You know why? When you click on any of those individual brands, you're going to see smaller brands that are like their competitors. So we have premium websites, pre-star premium, offer. Do you see what they do? Say offers, professional pre-star website design, modification. These are SaaS products, like SaaS niches, so we're going to click. Let's just take this first one. It's called Shopper Premium Usage Statistics. Okay, fine. So now let's go to the smaller brands that I told you about. When you go down, you're going to see say net. Also, whenever you click on something, these are statistics that you need to work with. You have the net new pipeline. Okay, now let me tell you something else that I do that is very strategic, because not a lot of us know how to understand technical numbers, all these data analytics kind of stuff numbers. So what I do is, the one I understand, I'm going to type it out, but the one I do not, I take a screenshot. Okay, so I could take a screenshot of this particular, if that is what I actually want to talk about, what I want, the clients I want to pitch. Okay, so I could take a screenshot of this, their new pipeline, net worth, and you can hover over and you see from March 1st to March 6th, they had like 6% or something increment. And this is all that you need. Okay, so another thing, if I do not want to take screenshots, is to click on this download or recent. So when you download or recent, you're literally going to see all the brands you can pitch to. Guy, just give me my credit already. So you download all recent. Now, do you see it also has like the information in a tabular format, and it is more structured in a way that will give you enough information, enough data. So you can see website, sales revenue, tech spend, products, followers, employees, traffic, rank, and the rest of them. So this one has like a very high traffic rank. You see, so you have pre-tonal. That's why I said you cannot know all the brands in this life, or in this world rather, that's actually building something. So you have to use a brand that help you pull out all. There are over 1 million of them, if I'm not exaggerating. So let's go back, because we want to get really practical. This thing can really be overwhelming. So as you're learning it, revisit this video. So you can even start with just after watching the video, you can just start with just trying to understand the interface before even heading. So we're going to look at the brands that under the bigger brand that we clicked earlier. So we can also look through this side. There's Good Eyes, there's WordPress eStore. This one do not have like a zero life website. Now this one, okay, let's try Miva Merchants. Of course, I like Miva Merchants, right? Okay, so we can see what the logo and the brand looks like. So I'm going to copy this right here. I'm going to copy the name right here and head straight to my browser again. Okay, so we're going to hit enter, and this is Miva Merchants. Of course, this is what we saw. It's a modern enterprise. This brand, okay, yeah, that was a technical glitch. All right, so we are inside of Miva Merchants, and I absolutely love this. If you're content marketing strategies and you know your onions, pitch to brands that you found or you find in Buildway. Okay, I literally sleep on my laptop pitching to clients because I love to make money in dollars. I don't know about anybody else, right? So it is not. It's one thing to learn a skill. It is one thing for you to take the extra. See, everything that I am teaching right now, nobody sat me down to teach me. I literally learned it by research, by figuring one thing out, and that thing led me to the other thing. And I'm like, okay, what is brand all about? And I realized that, oh, this brand pulls out, businesses that I can pitch to. In fact, initially I didn't know how to pitch to them. I was like, okay, yeah. Then later I'm like, oh wait, there's a brand I saw sometime, and they pull out businesses all over the world. Why am I looking for clients I can work with when I can actually go back there, track these people, track them to the very root where I can have like a one-on-one conversation with somebody? And that is how all of these things came all about, right? So this is Miva, and you already know. So we're not going to be doing reject. We're not going to be doing so much here, but I kind of like how this is an kind of brand I want to work with, right? I could pitch. Remember, I always mentioned that I'm a digital brand strategist, right? So if you're into content marketing, you should pitch here. Can Miva support both B2B and D2C? These are information that you need. And talking about Beaver have a competitors. You know how we find brands competitors using these build with. When you click on that particular brand, let's go back to build with. Okay, so this is the Beaver brand. Now you can see Net pipeline, and then you can see its competitors. Okay, so let's go back, and all these informations are important. So I'm going to take my time. Oh wow, they're literally everywhere. They have LinkedIn, they have Facebook, they have X, they have LinkedIn, and they have Instagram. What are you waiting for, my friends? Okay, and literally these are the information you also need because you need information. Don't go and pay. See, one thing you would understand is there's also someone somewhere probably pitching them. Okay, so you need to stand out, give something for free. It's already like a big brand, and they're going to pay you. So I'm going to click on LinkedIn. Let's see if it is real, of course. So this is not my LinkedIn. Like, it will require me to log in because I don't use this particular Google account for LinkedIn. It's for research and for teaching. Okay, so we now have that LinkedIn account. They have over 25,000 followers, and they are based in San Diego, California. Please, first of all, if you have gotten to this point of this video, I think I deserve a subscription, like a subscribe. Please subscribe to my channel, put on the notification, drop a comment, and encourage me to actually put this kind of vital, useful information so that you can make money. I really want you to make money. Yes, I don't want you to keep complaining. Alright, so about us, Miva is a leading provider of the enterprise level e-commerce solution. If you're a customer support person, step on this platform. Guy, if you have a customer support skill, you literally do not know what you're mixing. So empowering businesses to drive higher conversion, seamless integration, and a reduced total cost of ownership. Our robust scalable platform supports omni-channel retail strategies. I actually love working with B2B brands, right? I currently do work with two B2B brands, and one is a creative agency, one is a brand studio. Okay, affiliated pages, and all the information. Now, there's all the information. There's something else I need to do. My students already know this, that you must not just stop at just checking through their LinkedIn. You will go further. There's a way to do a proper there's a way to do a proper company research. So you know that, okay, it's not just about the followers, it's not just about the structure of the website, everything looking, the numbers, the money they have made, the revenue, and everything looking good. And it feels like they can hire you. It is also about knowing from other people that probably work with the brand if they are genuine, if they are not toxic, and they really, really do pay, right? And again, this is the website. Okay, so they have company sizes 51 to 200 employee, and the privately held type is a privately held. Pitching to founders in this kind of big environment or big company is not even like the problem, because you can literally be able to pitch because you're going to see the founder's handle or whatever. But in most cases, their handles are handled by maybe like a ghostwriter or social media manager, maybe they're the executive assistant, right? And the person might not want to give you a listening ear, or is going to treat that pitch as noise. So that's why I also talk about, if you don't get the founder's attention, go as far as looking for the operations manager, marketing director, maybe like a creative director, depending on what you're pitching, and pitch directly to them. Okay, so they say view all 230 employees. So if you click on this, obviously it's going to ask me to log into my LinkedIn account. But once you click on this using the actual browser, you know what? Let's actually do a real experiment. So I'm going to copy that LinkedIn URL. Okay, this is a LinkedIn URL. All right, so now it is logging me directly in. Okay, so I will have access to actually show us what it looks like when you click the employees, and you can be able to see a number of other things. Now I can see what exactly I want to see. So we can see posts, we can see products, we can also see job openings. Okay, we can see job openings. Now there's something else we forgot to check in on the website. There are no jobs right now. So when you go through this website, we're going to see something that like okay, do they have career pages, right? So when you click on resources, customer stories, technology, agency partner, documentation, blog, resource center, no, I don't think they have career page. They do not have career page. Hybrid, B2B, B2C, design for agility, all managed together. Okay, so they did not have career page, because that is another place where you get to see jobs that they are actively hiring for. So let's go back. When you click on the people's page, you can be able to see all the employees. Okay, so we have where they live, United States. Now there was something I talked about the last time, that there's a way you can actually find out companies that are remote first. Okay, so one of the ways I find about companies that are remote first is by checking their people's page. Now, their people's page typically means their employees, right? So if you can see that all the employees are scattered all over the world, it means that this company operates remotely and you can apply to those jobs. But if you're seeing that, oh, United States, United States, United States, United States, United States, United States, all their employees are in the same location. Now, yeah, it might be United States, but it could be different parts of the United States. So this is how you find out where their employees are located and which company is like a remove first company. So this is, it says where they live, where they studied, and I so much love LinkedIn, because LinkedIn pulls data. So where they studied, what they do, what they are skilled at. Oh my! So you see that getting to pitch to your ID clients is actually not a problem. So let's go back. We have over 152 persons in the United States, and we have 58 in California, United States. We have 48 people in San Diego metropolitan area, and we have 34 in Florida, United States. And we have another 25 in San Diego, and then those people, they attended University of South Florida. And let's go to what they do. So we have over 152 persons living in like USA, right? Remember, this is one United States. And 37 out of them are into sales. 36 out of the one living in Florida are into engineering. Then we have business development. We have 23 under operations, information technology. Excuse me. We have 32 customer service, my goodness. So it kind of gives you leverage to know who to pitch to eventually. And if you want to see them individually, so you click or so this is just like a rough data of who they are, what they do, where they studied. So you see, this one is Peter, yada, technical support at MIVA, marketing designer at MIVA, and this is how you continue. You have University of South Florida, product operations and integration director at MIVA, project manager at MIVA, and then we have director of professional service at MIVA. So you have seen how to actually get your ID client. We use a single platform. Remember, we just started with just one keyword. We've not even explored all the keywords. Imagine we typed Clevero, or we typed Wow Commerce, or we typed e-commerce, or we typed maybe like Zendesk, or we typed what are all the Hubstaff talents. So the reason why I wanted to type all of those things is because it relates to what you do. Yes, it relates to what you do. So if you're into operations, you can also type things like maybe Zapier, you type Notion, you type all the tools, right? Why are they all skipping my mind right now? You can type Zapier, Notion, Asana, Trello, all of these tools. You can type them one after the other, and you're going to see companies that have it integrated. So the reason why we're using keywords is because we don't know who they are. Do you see how many companies are pulled out? So when you type Notion, you're going to see all the companies that use Notion, all the brands, all the businesses that have Notion integrated in their business. And that is how you get to their websites, get the name of the company, because BuildSuite they don't usually list their website. What they list is their web store. So there is a difference between a website and a web store, where you can actually buy an actual product or subscribe to their services, because all of them are selling something. So when you get through to that website, you copy the name, you paste it on your browser, and it gives you all the information you need. You have their X handle, your LinkedIn, their Facebook, their Instagram, their YouTube, and then you go ahead and take your time to actually position. Now let me tell you something. It is one thing to actually go through all of this, and trust me, if you don't even go with another, I have list of sites I actually use to pull out my ID clients. Again, when I said I've had 5+ years of experience in freelancing, remote work, and all of those things, it's not a made-up story. It's actually like years of experience, right? So these are all the information that I've literally been working with, and I just thought, okay, why do I keep it to myself? Why don't I put it out there for people who are interested in actually landing clients? Okay, but this is something I need to tell you. I started it rough. I started it try and error, and that is why I built the Remote Worker Starter Pack for you. So the Remote Worker Starter Pack is so complete that you have everything. There's platform specifics. There are platforms that you can actually get remote job, ideal clients. There's other strategies you can get that is not even listed here, that I've not even talked about, we've not even explored it so much. Okay, so get the Remote Worker Starter Pack. It costs just 6,500 naira. It becomes yours for a lifetime. And you know the beautiful thing is that Remote Worker Starter Pack, we keep adding resources. I could literally be doing a research, or something comes to mind of like, oh, this is a useful resource, I'm going to give it to my paid students, and I put it there. So it means that every single time you go back to that folder, you go back to that bundle, that pack, you're going to see a new resource. And that was why we used the tool we used, so that because the tool is something you're going to get updates, right? And that is why we have like a Telegram community where we post job updates, where we talk about opportunities, and where we're also going to be having like live sessions. So subsequently, we're going to be hosting live sessions where we walk through actual, like, you can literally see how I apply to jobs and stuff like that, and also how to build your resume. Now, the reason why you need or you must get the remote work starter pack if you really want to make or get the results out of what we have actually practicalized in this lesson, in this video, is that it has pitch templates, the actual pitch template. And the pitch template is not generic. There are specific pitch templates for specific kind of founder, specific kind of businesses. So yeah, and please do well to subscribe to my channel. This space is a useful resource. I mean, literally, if you've been following me on X, LinkedIn, Instagram, TikTok, wherever actually you know me from, you know that I don't talk trash. I pull useful resources, I pull useful strategy. I mean, like my exact same blueprint that I've been using to work with clients for 5 years and a half now. All right, so subscribe to my channel, turn on notifications so that whenever we drop, I'm going to be dropping, especially we're going to be having detailed tutorial video so on appointment setting, lead generation. So many of them I can't begin to list. There are actually like a lot of them we want to talk about right on this channel. Make sure you subscribe to my channel and you stay tuned. You're going to thank yourself that you do it, and you can also join our community, our WhatsApp community, where we share updates, resources, we share a lot of content strategies or content, ideas that people can use to make money and attract ideal clients. And also, we are working on building something called the visibility challenge, income visibility challenge for paid participants. So if you already bought the remote worker starter pack, congratulations to you. We're going to be announcing when that starts. But if you don't already have it, you need to get it so that you can be among the people who makes the most out of this 2026. Thank you, and I'll see you in my next video.